Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Board of Selectmen meeting for July 16th, 2012. I'll call the meeting to order. Remind everybody that this is being videoed and audio taped. And with that, first on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Jack, would you like to lead us on the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jack.
Welcome.
First on the agenda, have a moment of silence. We lost a 52-year resident of the town, John Quinlan. So just a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Okay. It is 7:02. At 7:05, we have citizens query from 7:05 until 7:15. So, moving on. Chairman's comments. I have none tonight. We have an appointment at 7:15. Sean McDuff, Deputy Director of Independent Living Center of North Shore, for a presentation. ADA proclamation. Mr. McDuff, I've been told, cannot make the meeting tonight, but we'll read the proclamation into the record. At 7:30, we have an appointment with Fire Chief James Broderick. This appointment of 3 probationary firefighters. And at 7:45, we have an appointment with, I'm sorry, what's the gentleman's name? To discuss a block party down on
Mr. Rowley?
Mr. Riley, yes, Mr. Riley, and that is on Torbrook Circle. Okay, that is, thank you, Stu, at 7:45. In the meantime, we'll get right into general business. General business, get through the appointments here, out of the way. General business number 1, FY13 reappointments to boards, commissions, and committees. And there are no reappointments to boards, commissions, or committees. So moving on to general business number 2, FY13 appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. The first most reappointments, this is appointments, and there's none, so we'll move on to general business number 3. Road open permit application for National Grid to open 47 Summer Street. Road open permit application from National Grid to open 47 Summer Street. National Grid has filed an road opening permit application to open 47 Summer Street for the purpose of installing a new gas line. The application has been signed off by the treasurer for the bond, highway supervisor, and conservation agent. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to sign this. Has everybody looked over the paperwork involved?
I have.
Yes.
Everything seems to be in order here. There's anything out of order. Everything's there. Okay. Do I have a motion from the board?
So move.
I have a motion to
Second.
move. I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
So you can't sign, Bob, right? Stu, you want to sign?
Sure.
Thank you. It is now 7:05. Citizens' query is now open. Thank you. Moving on to general business number 4, Chamber of Commerce request to use Town Common Gazebo and Town Hall Auditorium for a Sales and Trails event. Chamber of Commerce requests to use Town Common Gazebo and Town Hall Auditorium for Sales and Trails event. The Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring 2 events during the Essex National Heritage Commission Trails and Sales event on Sunday, September 23rd. The Chamber of Commerce is requesting to use the Town Common Gazebo and Town Hall Auditorium both on that day. The Chamber and the Agricultural Commission are trying to have a band in the gazebo during the farmers market, and in the afternoon they are planning to have a talk similar to last year in the auditorium. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote on this. Has everybody read the information packet?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Any questions from the board?
I have none.
Okay. And do I have a motion from the board?
I'll make a motion we grant that.
Thank you, Jack. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. General business number 5, D&D auto license name change. This is from Josephine Bornstein, email. Dear Board of Selectmen, I, Josephine Bornstein, would like to request a small change to my used car dealer's license. I would like to change it from Josephine Bornstein D&D Auto Sales to DBA. I'm sorry, let me start again. Josephine Bornstein D&D Auto Sales DBA to D&D Auto Sales LLC. Thank you, Josephine Bornstein. Any questions from the board? Do I have a motion to sign the new license with the new name
I'll
of
make that
D&D
motion.
Auto Sales LLC? I have a motion. Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Sign the new license. Joe? Thanks, Jen. Okay, moving on to general business number 6, update to investment policy. General business number 6, OPED Trust Investment Policy Statement. Article 22 of the April 30th, 2012 Annual Town Meeting authorized the town to set up a other post-employment benefits trust fund. The first step in setting up the trust is to adopt an investment policy. Treasurer-collector Karen Summit has worked with the town's financial advisors in developing the attached policy. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to approve this policy so that she can sign off on it. I have this scheduled for this July 16th Board of Selectmen's meeting. Has everybody read through the OPED Trust Investment Policy?
Yes. I have.
Yes.
Any questions from the board?
You're gonna do quarterly reports on this.
Yes. You've dealt with this, haven't you, Joe, in the IRS?
Yeah.
I would certainly encourage conservative investment.
Yes, very
Yes.
conservative. After some of the things we've seen over the past several years in the market. Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we,
1 second, before... Is there a space for us to sign, Deb, on this, is the last page?
No, this,
This is just
I
mainly,
need this approved by the selectmen so that the treasurer can sign it.
do I have a motion to approve the OPEB investment policy statement?
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
It is approved.
So Karen Summit will sign the,
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Request from ZBA Chairman Don Thurston to lift the hiring freeze. Request from ZBA Chairman Don Thurston to lift the hiring freeze. Zoning Board of Appeals Chairman Don Thurston is requesting the Board of Selectmen lift the hiring freeze for the position of Administrative Assistant for the Zoning Board of Appeals. Board of Selectmen needs to lift the hiring freeze so the Personnel Department can post the position. Do I have a motion from the board?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's see. Hang up here. Oh, here. Okay. We're fighting the paper clips here tonight. Okay. General business number 8, FY13 COA Council on Aging van lease. Board of Selectmen needs to vote to approve the fiscal 2013 lease for the 2012 Ford E350 cutaway van with the Merrimack Valley Regional Transit Authority, which the town acquired last winter. The lease agreement is structured in a way that requires a lease authorization each fiscal year. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to authorize the lease for the fiscal year 2013. The chairman needs to sign the 2 original lease agreement documents. Do I have has everybody read through the document, and is there any questions from the board?
It's just the same lease
Same.
that you have already approved before. It's just a renewal on a fiscal
Renewal
year
of the
basis.
Renewal of it. Do I have a
This is
motion?
annually for,
Apparently, under the transit authority, this is how they want to do it on a fiscal year basis.
Do I have a
I'll make
motion?
that motion.
Jack, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. It is 7:15. The citizen query is now over. Gentlemen, we have concluded all general business for tonight. We go back to beginning. Okay, at 7:15, as I said, stated before, beginning of the meeting, we had an appointment with Sean McDuff, Deputy Director of Independent Living Center of North Shore, for a presentation of ADA proclamation. Sean McDuff regrettably will not be able to attend tonight's meeting. He has asked for the town's proclamation on the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act to be mailed to the Independent Living Center of the North Shore. The Board of Selectmen has voted to issue the proclamation during the June 4th, 2012 meeting. Attachment, copy of the proclamation.
Oh, okay.
Town of Rowley proclamation. We, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Rowley, Massachusetts, by virtue of the authority vested in us by the people of the Town of Rowley as elected officials, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, July 26, 2012, as the spirit of the 22nd anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. We urge all citizens of the Town of Rowley, its community leaders, businesses, and government officials to celebrate the contributions that people with disabilities have made and continue to make. As the Board of Selectmen of Rowley, we renew our commitment to upholding the non-discrimination principles of the ADA. We urge all the citizens to support the efforts of the Independent Living Center of the North Shore and Cape Ann Incorporated, which is the voice of all persons with disabilities and their families. This proclamation is an acknowledgement of the rights of all persons with disabilities under the ADA and their daily activities, struggles, and triumphs here in our town. In witness whereof, I have hereby set my hand and seal of the Town of Rowley this 4th day of June 2012. I already signed that, but I wanted to read it back into the record. So that is an important document, and is important to be read into the record again. There are so many people with disabilities and so many contributions. I think I spoke about it last time, and when President Roosevelt, many people didn't realize how confirmed he was. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the Depression, we wouldn't have World War II. Great America.
Yes.
So. Okay, it is 7:17. We'll continue on. Let's go over the minutes while we have those. Okay, we have the minutes for July the 2nd. Has everybody read the minutes?
Yes.
Any comments on the July 2nd, 2012 minutes?
I have no comments.
No comments? Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes for July the 2nd, 2012?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstained. I was absent.
It's now 20 minutes past the hour. Okay, we have gone, the only thing we have now is we have a 7:30 appointment. Thank you. And we have a 7:45 appointment. And with that, we have about 10 minutes, and I want to discuss this, because this really got to be a convoluted mess. Just right now. This started last Saturday, and there was a little miscommunications, and I guess the best way for me to start off, I went to a meeting over in Ipswich on last Saturday morning, and I was confronted by two people asking me about the water restriction in town, and I was, what water restriction? And then, I was about 4 people that confronted me, and then I got home, and then I got another phone call, and then I got another phone call from people asking me about the water restrictions. And then I went out and looked at the signs were all up, and then I started making queries, and then I want to thank Jack. Jack, you got right to the bottom of it, and you got back to me. I asked members of the board, we didn't know. The signs went up early. There was sheets of paper, as I understand it, right, Jack? They have to be signed off, and the problem here was the signs went up before the sheet of paper got signed off, and it went into effect. So that's the reason that the documents weren't sent to us. The guys jumped the gun, put the signs up before everything gets signed off, as I understand it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But, so we need better coordination. Last Sunday I talked to John Rizzo on the phone. John is on vacation, and, you know, we straightened it all out, and we need some communications between the department and town administrator and the Board of Selectmen, just so that we don't get in a position like this. It is kind of embarrassing to, you know, be asked all these questions and not know the answers, especially with the governing board of the town. So, with that, just so you know, everybody in town, we do have we have watering restrictions. They are between 9 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. Okay, and if there are any violations, the first violation is a warning. The second violation is a $50 fine, and the third violation is a $100 fine. So, at this particular time, until further notice, we have this water restriction in effect. So again, the restrictions are between 9 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. That's all outside watering. Use is not allowed. From 5 p.m. in the evening until 9 a.m. in the morning, outside water use is allowed.
Non-essential.
I'm sorry, what?
Non-essential, outside water.
Yeah, outside water use is allowed from 5 p.m. in the evening to 9 a.m. in the morning, correct?
Right.
Yes.
All right. So again, first violation is a warning, second violation, $50 fine, third violation, $100 fine. Especially, and Jack, you can kind of go over this with us. It is the Parker River, and it falls below a certain level, and when that happens, then it goes to DEP, and DEP then comes to the town. But everybody who is in the Parker River water basin, water district, and they notify us, and then this goes into effect.
Right.
Okay. Again, we apologize. The signs got up a little bit early. Okay, before all the paperwork went through. But again, so we are in this water restriction until further notice. So, you know, please curtail your water usage until further notice, until we get out of this drought situation. We're not just the only ones. I mean, if you look at the central part of the United States, it is in terrible condition.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's the heartland of the country is just in terrible. I mean, I was watching just before I came here tonight, Texas, the reservoirs in Texas and the lakes are down 30 feet. I mean, they are, and I'm just amazed because I was down there a while back. I think it's torrential rains, but still, they're so far behind.
There were floods then back months ago. Now we're looking for water.
So,
But this thing that did occur, I just will say that when I get a call from you, I looked right into it and I felt good, Scott.
oh, Jack, thank you. You know, Sunday morning you were
The manager
right there
went on
it.
vacation. It's one of these things
Yeah.
that happen, but it got corrected.
It got corrected.
I mean, I think they put, Scott told me that they were gonna do it right off on Monday morning, which they did, reverse 911.
Right.
And people get a call. It would be just like a water break in front of the town hall and gonna be shut off for 3 or 4 hours. We have that system that they call the people that it would affect, and you know what's going on.
And what
But
we-
I mean, this is gonna be, I don't think we're gonna have a problem at all with this, you know. And you never know too. I mean, if we get a inch of rain or we get this, and
Yeah, it could,
it'll go back up, and then we, like I say, it falls from the Parker River district. Let us know when you get a,
again, Jack, thank you for,
you know, but I mean, it's just one of the things.
for the
that-
queries and,
Yeah.
jumping around, so, that was good.
Just a little misunderstanding, but it gets straightened away.
Yep, we jumped the gun, you
Yeah.
know, the signs went up before.
I'm sure
all the
people are
paperwork's
aware
been
of it
through.
now, you know. Between
Well,
9
we'll,
a.m.
you know, we work in the future, we'll get that paperwork in, and then the memos out, and everybody
Yeah.
notified properly, so.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
towns of Ipswich and Topsfield had a water ban long before us.
Yeah, and they had one of the problems with one of the wells or something like that, and I think that's the reason Ipswich was turned off. But there's a funny thing, Ipswich turned on the day we turned off.
Turned on,
So,
Yeah.
so, that's it, and move on.
I'm hoping we get this straightened away, which I think it is.
Yeah.
Just miscommunications, that's it. Move forward. Okay, we have, it is 7:28. Chief Roberts in the audience tonight with us, and we have about 3 minutes before we start your appointment at 7:30. I can't sing and I can't dance, so.
How about the old soft shoe?
So. I'm trying to stretch this 2 minutes out here, so. Just a reminder as we go forward, the Rowley Food Pantry is still in need of donations. So I was talking to one of the people who works at the food pantry this morning, and still they could use some tissue, jellies, relishes, mustards, things like that. I was trying to think of, I think those are the main things. They got a big drop off the other day from Rowley, gave it to them. But again, you can drop those items off at the library or at the food pantries, which is located right next to us at the near the Baptist Church at the parsonage. So right at the rear of the building, and you can drop those off Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Thursdays 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. So please don't let the people who are in need fall between the cracks, especially at this time of year. So they can still use the food and anything you have, and check the dates on the food also. Make sure it hasn't expired. Okay. Some people, what they do is they'll go through their pantry thinking you're doing a good deed, and they'll try to take some food and they think it's going to be used, but it cannot be used if it's gone beyond the expiration date. So just something for you to remember. I think if you look at some of the supermarkets, you can find some sales on some items that they can really use at the food pantry. It's helping out your neighbor, and it's a really good thing to do. Okay, and with that, it's now 7:30. So with that, Chief Broderick, Fire Chief, is here, and he's to present Donald Dupree, Jared Graham, and Daniel Beausoleil. Okay, for appointment as probationary firefighters. The fire chief has been actively recruiting call firefighters for the call fire department. Chief Broderick is presenting 3 candidates for the appointment as probationary call firefighters. Board of Selectmen may wish to ask questions at this time. You gentlemen, you want to
Yes, come on up.
bring your
Stand over
seats
here.
up. We see the chief all the time. We want to see you tonight. Okay. So, first, Donald?
Yes,
Okay, Donald. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
I can. Again, my name is Donald Dupre. I live on Boxford Road. I've lived there about 25 years now, I guess. I grew up in Ipswich, not too far away up by the clam box, and always went to church in Rowley. I have quite a connection over the years to Rowley. I'm a retired police officer, having spent 25 years in that field. I've been retired for about 3 years now, and I guess I still have the bite for public service.
That's good.
the chief has semi-recruited me, and I have semi come down and offered my services. So here we are.
Okay, do you have any credentials besides being a police officer in public safety?
I'm an emergency medical technician, EMT. I've been one for about 30 years.
Good.
I am
Number's two.
Say again?
Number 2.
In my law enforcement career, my specialty, if you will, was crash reconstruction. I'm an accident reconstructionist, as most
Okay.
people call it. Probably my specialty within that is occupant protection. I teach child passenger safety classes through the Municipal Police Training Council, as well as crash reconstruction courses.
Oh, that's great. You're perfect for them. Okay,
He's
so
going to
you-
bring a lot to the table
Yes.
for both the fire department and emergency management.
So you also crash reconstruction. You also, what else have you done besides that?
When in my law enforcement career, over the years I served as a detective, was a department photographer, fingerprint analysis,
Oh, good.
emergency management type, critical incident management we called it at the time. So a number of related courses and
What
fields.
department were you on?
I was with Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay. So, okay. Why do you want to be a call firefighter?
Well, as I said previously, I guess I still have the bite to kind of help out, to kind of serve.
Mhm.
It's in the blood. My father and my grandfather were both call firefighters in Ipswich.
Oh, wow.
My great-grandfather was the police chief in Ipswich. So I guess I keep
You got a lot of public service.
bustling
there.
back and forth a little bit. So I seem to have the public service gene, if you will. I'm also involved with the Boy Scout troop here in town with George Pasenka.
Okay.
So it all kind of runs together, helping out and just kind of doing my part.
Josh does a great job with Eagle Scouts.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I was watching a program the other night, and they were talking about Eagle Scouts. And 9 Medal of Honor winners, Eagle Scouts. I didn't realize that. It's just,
I'm a proud parent. My wife behind me, we're proud parents of one of George's more recent Eagle Scouts.
Okay.
It was here, in fact.
Yes, that's right. Okay,
A couple of
nice.
months back,
Okay.
did the project where they labeled the storm drains and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Towns. Absolutely.
okay. Jared?
Okay, my name is Jared Graham. I live on Haverhill Street. I grew up in Newburyport. My father is originally from Rowley, lived here his life. I graduated from Salem State College 2 years ago with a degree in communications. I certainly don't have the impressive resume of this guy right here, so I don't know how I'm supposed to back that up. But
He'll help you.
I've always, when it comes to firefighters or firemen, it's always something that's intrigued me. My brother is a call firefighter in Rowley, and has been for about 3 years. And so pretty much since he's been down there, it's always been a question. He's always pushing me, like, when are you going to go down there and get into it, you know? Since we were kids, he's a year older than me. So, and as kids, we would just, we would always play with little fire trucks and stuff. I mean, my father he wasn't a firefighter, but he was sort of into, like, he always had a scanner and stuff. So it was something that I grew up around, at least on the periphery. And so when my brother became a call firefighter, it was something that he kept bugging me about, you know. And I graduated a couple of years ago. I hope to be a writer someday, like, you know, obviously to sustain myself as a writer at some point. But in the meantime, for personal reasons, I'd like to accomplish becoming a call firefighter in Rowley.
Any good firefighter books?
There was my father had given me what was it called? I forget what it was. It was either like a New York or New Jersey firefighter had written one.
Report from Engine Company
Yeah.
82, Dennis
Yes.
Smith.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
Dennis
was the book, and so
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Dennis Smith's book.
yeah, that was a long time ago though. I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, he still has that book. Yeah. And
I always remember it was like the first chapter, Dennis Smith going into a fire and just explains what it's like, just pitch black, and just take your mask and try to get it on in the in that situation. It's quite a book to read. Everybody should read that.
Yeah,
He's also he's written one on 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
So Dennis Smith is good people. Daniel?
Hi, my name's Daniel Bosway. I live on 250 Central Street. I grew up in Rowley. I graduated from Whittier Tech in the welding class. I've been working for the Pico Fire for 10 years, doing hay, and I've always been interested in firefighting for years. My father did damage control in the Navy, and my Uncle Mark was on the ladder company in Ipswich. So it's always been if I would help out in the fire department or if I would become a call firefighter.
So your father went through damage control school in the Navy. That's quite the school to go through. He's got a lot of exciting stories to tell, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes talking about the Navy stories.
Oh yeah. That's there's some famous stories about firefighting aboard ships. There was a fellow who lived down in Ipswich who was on the USS Franklin who used to tell stories. He passed away last year. His name was Brown. Quite a story about the Franklin. But your father must know all about those stories.
Yeah.
So the board have any questions?
Sounds to me the three gentlemen are interested in taking part in town and helping us out here. Chiefs recommended them. The three of them sound good to me.
Sound good? Any
Yeah,
questions?
Jared went to a wonderful college and commend him for that.
Yeah.
As a alumni.
Alumni, yes, okay. Anything else? Nothing? Okay.
Sounds good.
Do I have a motion to accept the three new call firefighters pending a background checks?
So moved. Second.
Have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for your interest and
Very much.
Hi, Dan.
Thank you.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
we can use you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Chief, thank you.
Good night.
Chief, thanks.
Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
Nice to see you, Chief.
It's a quick one, Chief.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep them that way, right?
Mr. Riley,
Yes, sir.
come on down, sit down. We have about 5 minutes. We have to wait till exactly 7:45.
Okay, not a problem,
Okay,
sir.
just a
Formality.
formality we have to go through.
Basically, the posting, so if anybody that saw the posting and wanted to
Come in.
come
Yes.
in,
I hear you.
So we have to,
really can't open it early.
Not a problem.
How are you, John?
Good, how are you, sir?
so just, we have a few minutes, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of go over some formalities that we do all the time. And one of them is the Board of Selectmen, just to read this into the records, or just to remind everybody. Citizen query policy for public meetings. Members of the public can use this time to ask a question or comment on a matter affecting the town, as opposed to state or federal issues. Topics need to be on local/regional issues. The citizen query portion of the meeting cannot be used to endorse candidates running for office or to endorse ballot questions or as a forum to discuss election issues. The citizen query portion of the meeting cannot be used by members for the public to attack either professionally or personally town officials and employees. The Board of Selectmen cannot deliberate and vote on matters brought up during the citizen query portion of the agenda. The board can place the matter or issue brought up during the citizen query portion of the agenda on a future meeting agenda. The citizen query agenda item is at the end of the meeting. The citizens may speak for a period of time not to exceed approximately 5 minutes. So I just wanted to read that in because sometimes there's questions when people come in before for the citizen query, which is, we have it as we had it tonight between 7:05 and 7:15. And it's just important every once in a while to reread that so that people at home, and they have a question, they say, gee, I'd like to really say something, and just to understand what you can say and what cannot be said, and and also for us as a reminder for us what we can say, and we cannot vote on those issues that are brought up before us, just as a reminder. So again, I just wanted to read that into the record. So I still have 3 minutes and I didn't talk long enough. So. All right. I think we've covered everything for tonight. I guess I'll go back to.
I just would offer one reminder that with the Rowley Food Pantry that
oh yes,
if anybody wants to drop something off and not between those hours, they can always drop it off at the town library.
Thank you, Joe.
The library will receive.
And that basket's located right at the
entrance.
Right at the entrance of the library.
Right.
And the hours of the library?
They are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 to 8, and Tuesday from 2 to 8, and Saturday from 10 to 2.
Okay. Those are the summer hours, or those?
No, those are all year round.
Yeah, all year round. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to mention also that the library will be sponsoring their vehicle night on the town common tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
what time is that?
I'm not quite sure what time it is. Generally around 6 o'clock or so still.
Yeah, you see 6:30. It's Thursday night?
Is it Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, I
Okay.
believe.
Anyway, they're going to have it. So if actually it's probably being broadcast on cable for the Times anyway as an ad. So I just want to remind people, if they haven't heard about it yet, to look into it and try to attend. It's always a good time. The kids especially really enjoy it. So.
And again, I'll remind you about the Rowley Food Pantry is in need of donations. The Rowley Food Pantry again is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And you can make the donations right here next to the Baptist Church. It would be behind the parsonage. And you drop the food off at those particular times. Just keep those people in need in our community that are less fortunate than the rest of us. So we can be greatly appreciated, especially in the summer months, because food donations have a tendency to drop off. And as I was speaking to one of the ladies who works over there this morning, she tells me as fast as the food comes in, it goes right out the door. And so it's a big help to those members of the community who are less fortunate than a lot of us. Okay? So greatly appreciated. I can't harp enough about the food pantry because they do so much good for everyone in the community.
Vehicle night is Thursday, it's the 19th. Vehicle night is Thursday,
It's
the 19th.
Okay, it is now 7:45, and we have an appointment with John Riley. Dominique Kaczynski could not be with us tonight, so John volunteered to come down here. And we're at 60 Throwbridge Circle.
Correct.
We'll be speaking on behalf of the neighbors involved in the block party. Attached to the form here I have is comments from the fire chief, police chief, and the highway surveyor. First I have from Dominique, I have an email. Hi Amy, we are hoping to hold our block party in Trowbridge Circle between the numbers of 78 and 60 in Rowley on July 21st, 2012. All residents along that part of the circle are aware of our intention and plan to participate. We would like to start at 2 p.m. It will be a family event with activities for children taking place in different yards. We have sent information to all residents of Trowbridge Circle and Long Meadow and have had only positive feedback. We would like to limit traffic between the houses at 78 and 60, but access will not be completely blocked. Please let me know if you require any further information. Thank you, Dominique. Okay. Fire Chief's comments. In response to the request for having a block party in Trowbridge Circle, the fire department wants to make sure that the residents understand that they cannot block off the road in any way that would hinder the ability of fire apparatus and ambulance from traversing the section of the road that they want to restrict access. This would include barricades and any items that be placed in the road for the party. I would also want to know if they are planning a central location for food cooking and how they intend to be cooking. Large charcoal grills, propane grills. I do not want to regulate how they cook or what they cook. But what I do want to emphasize is good fire prevention practices and to ensure that there are no injuries or emergencies from food cooking. They would need to have adequate control of the cooking areas and proper materials to deal with it in case of a fire emergency. Open fires, if they have any plans to have any type of open fire, I would like to have someone from the group come and discuss it with the department so they can ensure fun for all and safety and comfort for those that do not wish to, and comfort for those who do not wish to attend. There's also no fireworks of any kind during this party. Chief Broderick, Fire Chief. Okay, Police Chief. Restricted traffic in this area is not a major concern for me as long as emergency vehicles can pass without delay. This means no obstruction may be completely blocked the roadway. Alcohol is another issue of concern. People should be aware that it is not legal to provide alcohols to minors. Also, the civil liabilities involved when someone is injured or killed as a result of alcohol consumption is well established. For further information, I suggest Google search social host liability. That's in parentheses. Live music or other disturbances that could carry outside the neighborhood should be scheduled to end at a reasonable hour, such as 9 p.m. Obviously, fireworks are illegal in Massachusetts, and present dangers of their own. Robert R. Barker, Chief of Police, and then also one from Highway Surveyor Scott Levitt. His only concern is that you request to have the block party in Trowbridge Circle between the numbers 78 and 60 on July 21st, 2012, is that the road remain accessible at all times for emergency access and nothing be used to block the road, such as traffic cones. There's no further concerns. With that, Mr. Riley, I will turn it over to you.
Okay, we have no intention to blocking the road to not allow emergency vehicles to come through. As for the events are going to be for just basically kids games, some face painting, and a bouncy house. The grills are going to have 2 gas grills, I believe. Maybe one might be charcoal. It's going to be located in just one driveway. Estimated people around somewhere around 30 to 40 people. I'm trying to think of course, no fireworks, and there'll be some beer, but that'll be just for the adults there. It's pretty much it's a party for the kids and in the neighborhood to get to know everybody. That's pretty much it. We're planning on going from 2 to 6, and that's.
You get designated cookers for the grills, I take it.
But I'm not sure who that will be, depending on whose grill we decide to use. As a person will use, cook their grill, I guess. So.
It's good to have somebody designated and make sure they're at the grill all the time.
Right.
And all of the cooking will be in that one particular drive.
Correct.
Okay.
We just haven't designated which area that would be, whichever ends up being the easiest place to put it.
So you understand what the fire chief, police chief,
absolutely
have said,
absolutely,
and the highway surveyor.
Yep.
So, any questions from the board?
I don't think any stands or anything like that.
No. I mean, there might be a radio, but other than that, there's
Yeah.
no bands. It's strictly
Stereo
like
maybe.
yeah, yeah,
like you
just
said.
kids party, you know.
Okay.
And they're looking for, the chief is looking like 9 p.m., 2 to 9 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
Not
Well,
gonna go to
we hope
midnight.
to. I mean, my kids are young, so my kids are usually in bed by 8:30. So it'll probably be done pretty close to that. And the people might be in other people's inside houses, but other than that, there's not going to be nothing going on outside past that amount that time.
Yeah, I've seen block parties in other cities or towns, and it's a fun event, good time usually, and hopefully you'll have good weather.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hope so. Any questions?
I would just like to make a suggestion.
Sure.
That in the cooking area, that you might have a fire extinguisher or two handy.
Yeah, I plan on bringing one down. I've got one in my
Just,
house. So yeah.
Just in case. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's good insurance.
Yep.
So,
So all you can do is just be grilling, you're not gonna have any
No, open fire is just grilling.
open fires, or
Yeah.
propane pots or anything like
Yeah,
that?
well, it's either charcoal, whatever. I know I have a propane grill, and I'm not sure what the other neighbors have. So
Nothing like a lobster pot or something
No,
like that?
no,
Okay.
no.
Be careful of those. All right, Stu?
No, I have no questions. As long as
Do I have a
they're very
motion?
sensible folks, they'll be fine.
Well, we're gonna have a good time.
thank you, sir.
Do you have a motion from board to?
I'll make that motion to grant that block party from 2 p.m. You want us to set a time or?
So, I mean, we'll be inside probably by 7:30 at the latest.
You'll be
I mean,
exhausted.
well, I think the police chief recommended 9, so
Yeah.
we could recommend
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah, we
fine.
can.
That way you get the kids to
2
bed early. You
Yeah.
gotta, the police chief says you gotta be.
Sounds good to me.
You'll be in bed before the
I'm
kids.
sure I will.
Yeah, you will, you will. Okay, so I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Riley, have a good time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a safe day.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Good, gentlemen.
All right,
Nice.
thank you. Okay. I have made enough announcements, I think, about the food pantry. We're all, I extended that. All right, so don't forget the food pantry.
Okay.
And that's an important part of our community again, okay? Well,
You're right, Bob. It is an important project that the town does. We've got the volunteers that do that work, and I'm sure there are citizens that certainly very much appreciate it. And whatever the public can do would be gratefully appreciated from that standpoint. So you're absolutely right.
it's something we can all pull together and.
I was kind of making light of it, and
I-
it is really serious. I mean,
It is.
It's a
Very
need
important.
that the town has, and the need that its citizens have.
And again, the ladies and the gentlemen who work there have emphasized to me that as quickly as the food comes in, it goes out into our community immediately. You know, in such a country as ours, nobody should go hungry. Okay, so please remember those people less fortunate than us, okay?
You're absolutely right, and we certainly appreciate these folks that tend to the food pantry.
Yeah, God bless them. I mean, it's really,
You mentioned 3 items that they food.
yeah, they were looking for small jars of jelly, tissue paper, assortment of tissue paper, and some paper products, some relishes, mustards, ketchup, things like that, especially at this time of year. So if you can remember those items in particular, and anything else that you come across that you can drop off, is greatly appreciated and will be used. Okay. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion, John.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone, and we will see you 2 weeks from tonight.